All right. So I'm going to start off standing up, but then I'm going to move down. So can I see the hands of people who have not heard of Chat GPT?
Not till yesterday.
Okay.
Not till a couple of days ago.
Okay. All right. So by default, everybody else has heard about Chat GPT. So there's a lot of noise and there's a lot of hype around it. And my goal today is to actually just show you from a business perspective how you can really use it. I think it's a lot of information out there. It's a lot of things you can ask Google to come up with, and it's just too much. And so today we're going to do real life studies on what you can do with Chat GPT. Before I move forward, though, I saw an interesting quote that I want to get to real quick. And I think this kind of fits for most of us. So it says, AI is a mystery. To many, it's a threat. Because you've probably heard threats. It's going to take your job. It's going to da-da-da-da-da, right? And it turns out that understanding a mystery not only makes it feel less like a threat, but it gives us the confidence to make it into something better. And that's what I think is going to happen here tonight. Is that, and this is like, I think this is a life principle. If something is a mystery, the more you understand it, the less threatful that it feels to you. So, all right. Hands in here if you've used Google Maps. So, everybody in here has used AI. Did you know Google Maps was AI? Please take the alternate route to go there faster. That's AI. So we all have used AI, so we shouldn't be fearful of it. We use it every day. And so what Chat GPT or GPT is simply a way to programmatically and systematically teach AI. So that's all it is. It's teaching AI how to consume all this information and spit it out. And it's just doing it in a very systematic way. That's really what Chat GPT is. It's just a tool to teach AI. It's not AI, it teaches the AI. And so moving forward with that, we're going to be specifically using OpenAI, Chat GPT. A couple of things you'll notice up here is limited knowledge of the world. So anything after 2021, it does not have knowledge of. On something else, I would highly suggest that you do not insert confidential information into Chat GPT that's open and that's something that you haven't paid for, because it does allow it to become open to the world. So if you start putting your personal information in there, now it can be accessed by anybody. So it's better if you want to do that type of stuff, pay for a version of Chat GPT that keeps it from being public but still generates you the type of results you want. And next, you can use, so I believe Chat is just the ultimate assistant. It does not replace your assistant. It's just, it aids in research. It aids in so many things that you can do. Specifically, you can get smarter about your competition. You can create starter business plans. I do not recommend you go to Chat GPT and say, build me a business plan for my business, because it's going to give you the basics. I look at it as it gives you sound principles, but it's not going to be tailored to your situation. So it can give you something to start with, but I wouldn't absolutely go off that. It could generate content ideas. It can do mundane tasks. You could have a meeting. You could record the meeting. You can ask it to break down this meeting into many different meeting notes, to summaries, to brief executive, whatever you want. You can ask it to do anything from that. You can get ideas, and you can actually perform customer research. So today is more like a live demonstration. And you're probably going to see us cover all these different things in here. And so right now what I'm going to do is go ahead and open up Chat, because I believe the best way to learn it is to actually see it in action.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Before you get started on that, is it possible to take that back to that AI definition before you go into the?
You talking about this quote here?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
And are you using AI and ChatGPT interchangeably? Are they the same?
So Chat GPT is a tool that teaches the artificial intelligence. So you're going to see it happen live. It's going to answer your questions. Uh,
Chat GPT isn't the only, I guess.
No, I mean, there's stuff you could pay for. Like we pay for, since you asked that question, we'll go ahead, right? We pay for something called Right Sonic. It's usually used by marketing companies. So this is a paid version where you get access to a lot of different things. But it's typically, let me show you the things that it can do. Let me go. Let me see if I can. Actually. So this can write you blog articles. It can paraphrase. It can write product descriptions, Facebook ads, Google ads, landing pages, all that stuff with this. So this tool is particularly made for marketers. Where I see the future of this going is chat is going to become industry specific. So one is going to be built for medical practices. One is going to be built for law firms. One is going to be built for accounting. And the reason it's going to have to go that way is because of the restrictions, the laws, and the different nuances that you're going to have in that environment. And so they're going to specifically want it to be built per industry. Like this is built specifically for marketers. So you can already see the writing on the wall. Like if this was medical, I'm sure they would say, here's how to document a case or whatever those medical terms and stuff like that for coding and all that, right? So, all right. So we're going to go here. Who wants to share something? Who wants to talk about their business real quick? Go ahead.
No, I wanted to say you might want to show people how to start to go into Chat GPT, because I know that sometimes if you go to Google for that, you get like all these different options on how to sign in. So I was going to say maybe start from that part. That was all. I wasn't volunteering.
Oh, okay.
I was being your assistant to say help the room.
So you can just go type in Chat OpenAI in Google, and you're going to come up here. Now, I'm already logged in, but if you don't have an account, it's going to ask you to please create an account. You just put your username and a password, and then you're logged in, and you're going to get to a screen like this.
So if you create an account, is that still free? Or?
It's free.
Because I saw sometimes we get like 10 uses to try or something like that. Okay.
Nope.
It's unlimited.
It's unlimited. You can have a paid version. So I closed mine, but that's the paid. You can upgrade to a plus right there.
Okay.
So.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, you probably gonna go there, but I was trying to be so smart and went to my app store and downloaded Chat GPT, and then I, went through everything, and then I put in a little question, and I was amazed at that. I mean, I didn't even think about using it.
Yeah.
So if you need a business, you can use mine.
All right, go ahead. What type of business do you have?
I own a petroleum company, so I deliver gasoline and diesel.
Okay. Petroleum company. So, what are some
Challenge. Challenge. Like a challenge. You gotta put it in.
Or you could say act as the owner of a fuel company and you're trying to go for marketing money.
There you go.
So I'm telling it to act like a marketing consultant.
Okay.
Huh? It's not. I
He's
did it.
gonna-
Yep.
He's doing it on purpose. Why?
I'm doing it on purpose. Yep. I can even misspell. So, let's see. Petroleum. I'm gonna misspell it on purpose. What is it? Petroleum and what else? Oil.
Yeah. Fuel.
And is it providing it or?
Well, you can be specific to the product. So gasoline, diesel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're making it or
We
you
deliver it.
deliver it?
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Mhm. SWOT analysis.
It says petroleum, but I'm supposed to say petroleum.
And if
if you can kind of articulate what it's saying as well, for
Yeah.
folks that have like vision block a little bit.
So it's supposed to say petroleum, but it looks like it didn't fix it. So pretty much it's saying is a premium. They are assuming that this is a premium fuel delivery service that's catering to residential and commercial customers. And it's providing a situation analysis. The fuel delivery market is growing due to increased demand at convenience for convenience and sustainability. And it's saying for a SWOT analysis, you would want to maybe take a look at these aspects. It's developing marketing objectives. Now, what you see here is these are made up. But if we got even more detail, so how long have you been in business?
6 years.
Okay. And just give me a fake revenue number.
9 million.
Okay. What would be 9 million? Let's say 7 million from residential.
No, commercial.
You want to say commercial?
Yeah.
So, to further grow, we're here, it's basically trying to give you advice on how to further grow your business. So it's saying diversify your customer base. Because you have so much, you have 7 million from commercial. It's trying to act like a marketing consultant and saying, hey, if I'm consulting you, diversify your customer base. Now, your commercial customers would be who in exact? Give me an example of a commercial customer.
Rental-car companies.
Okay.
Airport rental-car companies and construction companies that do highway construction.
Okay. I'm gonna say rental. And so I basically asked it to define what typical challenges would exist with a rental car company. So let's see what it said. Now you can verify if some of these are correct.
Okay.
Seasonal demand fluctuations. During peak travel seasons, it may require significantly higher fuel volumes, which while demand may drop during off-peak periods.
That's true.
What I like is you can keep on adding to.
The same case.
Yeah.
It's like a case study.
Yeah, and you can leave it.
Price sensitivity.
Yeah, same.
Are they cost conscious?
Well, they negotiate their price in the contract, so
Okay.
that's not an issue.
Fuel theft and fraud. Let's see, multiple locations, coordinating deliveries and maintaining consistent service levels across multiple sites.
Yeah.
Regulatory compliance. Okay. Let's see here. Here's something. In your business, do you have like procedures and manuals and things like that, or any of that?
Yes.
Give me an example of one.
Well, there's a safety guideline for pre-trip analysis. The driver has to go through a pre-trip inspection before he takes the truck out to
Okay.
make sure that it meets all the safety standards of the DOT.
It's called a safety what now?
It's called a pre-trip. A driver, DVR, driver vehicle inspection report.
Okay. Create me a
DVIR.
DVIR.
Mm-hmm.
So create me a pre-trip safety.
Driver vehicle inspection report.
Okay. Let's see if it knows how to just read this.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
So now let's break that down because people may.
Wow.
So in her business, there has to be a report that gets done before the trip of the vehicle goes out and delivers the gas. That vehicle has to be inspected to make sure everything is okay. So you want to ensure a successful delivery. So what this is saying is you want to ask for what's the vehicle number, the mileage, the reading, and you want to inspect the vehicle based on these parameters: exterior, tires, lights, mirrors, windows, wipers, horns, under the hood, brakes and suspension, steering control. So it's no different than anything else. The cargo securement. And then if there's anything that's in the defects, you want to leave a comment. That driver needs to sign off on that because he needs to verify that everything's good. Vehicle and maintenance and who was the inspector needs to sign off on that as well. And now, I'm not in her industry, but she gave me a little bit and I was able to diagnose and almost give you a template for that.
That's amazing.
Let's try something else real quick. So I'm gonna show you how you can do customer research. So I'm gonna go to, let's see, plumber near me. And I'm going to grab this plumber near me profile. Let's see.
That's smart.
Oh, the name plumber near me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see if it'll read. Let me see here. Let me start a new one because I don't want it to read from here. Boop. Oh, new chat. Yeah, I'm gonna start a new one. Let's see here. Now, one of the secrets is learning how to talk to the tool. And I'm going to see if it can read this URL. Sometimes it won't. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah. So, I'm gonna do it a different way. I'm going to go to the reviews here. I'm going to show you something real quick. So I'm going to copy about 5 reviews into chat right here. Boop. And what I'm trying to do is do research. So let's say I wanted to earn plumber near me's business. And one of the things I want to have insight into is what is it that their customers are absolutely thriving and raving about? Give me some insight into what do they do well? Maybe what do they do that their competitors don't? And so I'm going to ask Chat GPT to, oh shucks, I already tell her to do it. So right here, let me actually, so this is a good example. I actually didn't do what I wanted to do, so I'm going to come back in here, add another review, and then I'm going to say, create a summary and I'm telling it to create a summary and a sentiment. So I want to know what are the things they actually do around these reviews. And I don't have to put the S on it. So I'm purposely misspelling stuff to show you that it just automatically knows. Now I'm going to redo this. So it talks about the first review mentions a positive experience with Leah Plummer, who promptly responded to the water heater issue. The second one highlights a great customer experience with Chris, who addressed the second floor bathroom. This is the sentiment. Overall, all 5 reviews are overwhelmingly positive. Customers express satisfaction with the prompt response, professionalism, and efficiency of the plumbers. So if I went to plumber near me and said, you know what people value about your company? They value the fact that you promptly respond to them, that you offer some type of professionalism and the efficiency of your plumbers. They appreciate the courteous and friendly service. There is a strong recommendation for the plumbers and the plumbing company. Overall, the sentiment is very positive, suggesting a high level of customer satisfaction. You can do this with anything. You can take reviews, information, and say, give me a summary, a sentiment of this. Now, here's something that you may not have thought about. Let me see. So in the marketing world, we call what gets somebody to start looking for your services or to start searching timing triggers. So I'm going to ask it, can it go back through and unearth the timing triggers from these reviews? Okay, let's see if it came up with something proper. No, it wasn't gonna go one. Let's see. Nope. All right, let me re-ask this a different way. What challenges did these customers face? So you got to learn how to speak to it. Here we go. So I would consider these timing triggers. Hey, when you need to hire a plumber near me, it's because you had a water heater issue. The customer suspected that their 15-year-old water heater was about to fail due to extremely hot water. Now, you may say, well, that's great, Patrick, but how do you use that? What if you created an ad that says, hey, is your water heater 15 years old and it's about to fail because of, so you can take these and rephrase it. And what if on your website you said, are you dealing with these issues? A 15-year water heater that's about to fail due to extremely hot water. Issues with second floor bathroom, not specified, they call indicating the plumbing. Okay, let's go down to this one. Customer sought the services, indicating the need for routine repairs. Hey, are you in need for routine repairs and maintenance because of your plumbing, multiple plumbing issues? Okay. Yearly maintenance. Now, let me see here. Create timing trigger questions. I'm going to call them questions. I'm just going to see if it will do it. There you go. So I'll probably have to ask it to phrase it to be but when did you book the appointment for the plumbing service and how quickly did they respond? Can you tell me when the plumber arrived to your address to address your plumbing issues? So basically, I'm just going to ask this to rewrite as if you're talking to the customer. And you're simply, you notice I'm not really going into deep thought. I'm just trying to just boom, boom, boom. For the yearly maintenance, when the beginning working, how long did it take to work?
Did you say make these questions like you're doing a marketing or commercial or something like that?
I'm gonna say problem focus. Let's see.
Or make these questions to generate business?
Here's one that's closer to it. And really, so this is a good example of how you use it to generate ideas. So I'm trying to get it to give me what I want, but it's not quite doing it. But you still can take it can still give you the foundation. So were there any difficulties or delays when your last plumbing appointment? Call us. Did you encounter any issues related to your plumber's arrival time? Call us. So you can see I still can use it, and it's giving me some substance to use. All right, now I'm gonna do something fun with it. Let's see here. What's another business? Who else wants to share a business they own in here?
Mine is different
Uh-huh.
because I'm a freelance typist. My
Okay.
business is Diva Creations. So I am that person who is looking for people who wrote a book
Mm-hmm.
but don't have time to type it, or the person who needs obituaries for a funeral but they don't have time to deal with that and type it. So that's the people that I'm trying to reach out to.
Okay. Now, I'm going to show y'all another little trick. I personally like opening Chat GPT on my phone and speaking because I'm not a great typer, but I'm a great talker. And so I can talk faster than I can type. So I'm going to show you something.
Do you have to have the app?
I actually just open it up. You can get the app, but I open it right up. It shows up differently on the app than it does from like this. So there's certain features it takes away too. So you say you're a freelance typist?
Yes.
Freelance typist, and your typical customer is somebody that wants to write a book but doesn't have time?
Books, obituaries,
Obituaries.
funerals, flyers,
Flyers.
bus trips and trips, brochures, business cards, anything that you can type, forms,
Anything that you can type. Okay.
anything that needs to be typed up
All
and
right.
looking neat.
And you mentioned something else. You said that, and then the people you're typically looking for, authors. Who else would you be looking for?
Funeral home.
Funeral homes.
I'm looking for authors and funeral homes.
Promoters.
Let's see here.
Students.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or people that's working on their doctoral degrees that have to do a thesis.
Okay. All right. So what I'm doing is just cleaning this up a little bit, but majority of this is what I wrote in here, spoke into here. Act as a business consultant and provide me with a plan to attract prospects. I want to do something else in here too. Anybody read a business book lately? Anybody have a favorite business book then with some principles in it that you like?
Harvard Business Review.
The Art of the Business Review?
Harvard Business Review book. Difficult. Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence? Okay. Use the methodology of the emotional intelligence. And who wrote that? Let me see here. This one? This one?
No, that the next one is mine is when I was talking about this Harvard Business Review book. They have like a product line of those kind of books. But alongside it is another bestseller, that black and yellow one.
All right.
Top of the charts.
All right. What I'm gonna do then, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna use this Daniel because people mentioned Daniel Goldman. So first, I'm just gonna go ahead and let this one fly, and then I'm gonna come back in here and.
Did I see that?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay. So pretty much I said I'm a freelance typist, and my typical customer is somebody who wants to write a book but doesn't have the time. Also businesses that need obituaries, flyers, brochures, and anything you could type. I'm looking for authors at funerals home, act as a business consultant, and provide me with the plan to attract prospects. So that's what it came up with. Create an online presence, build a website, showcase your services, your writing portfolio, create blog posts and articles related to self-publishing and funeral home services, network, client testimonials, email marketing, cold outreach. So it lays a foundation, and this is a good example of how it can lay the foundation, but you probably need to work with somebody to help penetrate those ideas. Now, let me see here. I need some famous business books. Hold up.
Who moved my cheese?
Who moved my cheese? There we go. Who moved my cheese? So, let me just get the author's name, Spencer Johnson. Okay. So, with Chat GPT, here's something you can do. Because it scanned the internet, you can find any book that you want, and the methodology is already out there. So you could say, create me a business plan or a marketing plan based off this methodology, and it absolutely will.
Wow.
Without reading the book.
Without reading the book. So I'm going to tell it to adjust this. Well, did I tell you to create a business plan? Let me see what I told you to do. I told you to act as a business. So create a business plan based Hold up. I gotta give it some more directions.
So since this is open, is it secure?
What?
It says open, so does that mean that when you're typing up GPT?
Other people, so this is where I told you don't put in confidential information.
Right.
So nobody has access to your actual prompts that you're putting in. But once you put it in there, it's in the database of everything.
Okay.
So yeah, so like one of the issues that Fortune 500 companies are having is that people are taking secure, confidential meetings, throwing it in here and said, create me meeting notes, but it's giving away everything that the meeting was about. So yeah, that's why I said don't put confidential information in here.
And that's the other reason you were saying where they're going to come up with specific categories.
Yeah.
And security.
Let me see if it will do this. All right. Freelance typist. Maybe I don't need to put Spencer in there anymore. It might be confusing it. All right. So I asked it to create a business plan for a freelance typist using the Who Moved My Cheese methodology. And it says identify your cheese. So define your core goals and objectives. Embrace change. Monitor the cheese station. Be ready to move. And I'm sure if anybody's read the book, they probably say, yeah, that kind of lines up with. Oh, yeah, so it is. Yeah, so it lines up what he talks about. So yeah. And then let me see here. There's so many. All right. I'm gonna go a different angle real quick just to show you something. So I have. I probably should start a new one, but I was gonna see. I have $200.
That's a dangerous story. I mean, that's
Now it gets even more crazy. So, all right, I need to do this from here because it can. I have a family of 3 and $5,000 to go to Florida. We want to go to Disney World. Please provide a plan for accommodations. Now, it's probably not as accurate because in 2021, inflation didn't hit. But let's see what it does. I actually went to a festival. I saw a travel guide. I said, you using Chat GPT? He said, what's that? I said, you're in trouble. So here it is. Now, let's see here. Let's see if it can provide me the best kind of book for best rates. Okay. Midday stays, last minute. Okay. So it's giving me an idea. Late January to early February, late August to early September, All right. Let me see if I can find something else. So watch this. Here's another something you can do. So I'm telling it I want to move out. I need a termination letter. Please provide.
Oh my goodness. I love it.
So we can do at least two, right, you know?
You can do an eviction.
Um,
At least like shared space.
Let me see here. Eviction notice. All right, so create an eviction notice. Let's see.
In Virginia,
I was gonna say you have to be specific to
Yeah,
the laws.
it do.
Yeah.
But it gives you just a standard framework. You probably give you a framework. You say send it to your attorney. Say, hey, whatever we need to do to make it localized.
And look, I know almost everybody in here has always look for a grant opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get a chance, if you could show them how to look for grant opportunities for industry specific.
That would be for 2001, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so it has a limitation, so it wouldn't show anything past
Write a
two.
grant letter.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
But not specific because the data stops in 2021, so any grants available now
correct.
won't be able to pull that data.
But what you can do, because I had a business owner do it, is that they had a grant, and you know how the grant gives you specific what it wants. They told Chat, I need a grant. The margin needs to be this. It needs to be double spaced. I need this, 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 and Chat GPT wrote it for them.
Yep. Something else. Anybody want to showcase their website real quick? Anybody want me to pull up their website? What is it?
Foxfireconsulting.net.
All right. So I want to come here. I'm just going to grab some of your copy here. I'm going to open up a new one because I don't want to. Once you Chat reads everything, so if you put everything in one, it starts to get a cadence, and sometimes you want a fresh start. So I'm going to pull your copy in here, just to show you. Okay. All right. Watch use us. This is good. All right. That's enough copy. And I'm going to tell it to basically I want it to give me the tone, voice, and style. So it can tell me the tone, voice, and style of you based off what you're trying to communicate.
Well, it's saying good things.
So the reason that's important is sometimes you want to work with companies and they're like, well, what's your style? Really, they could pull it in here and determine what's your style. Unless you just if the copy on your site is all bad, then what you get in is what you get out. So, but you could actually to tell it the style, and it can give you that type of information. Let me see what else.
While you're searching, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
In relation to this?
Mm-hmm.
One of my challenges is having time to post content, say on LinkedIn or social media. Can this help me create content?
Yep. Blogs, things like that.
And couldn't you say create 10 LinkedIn posts based
Yep.
on my services?
Oh my.
Wow.
We are going to be professional overnight. We're going to take over Richmond.
Oh, I said 10 posts. I have to say create 10 posts.
So you can use
That's why you
this
need
for
to
your blog
so that you can use these assignments,
tips on the news.
right? So that's why you need the system to have that workshop, right?
And it's totally
Yeah. That's why I said it's a good assistant. Now, where it comes in conundrum is who's going to be the one. Yeah, exactly. We always come down to, are you going to be the one doing it, or do you want to train some, or you want to hire somebody already? Yeah. Now, it's a wild, wild west out there. You may get somebody that understands how to use Chat GPT. You may get somebody who don't. So it's a wild. The best thing you can do is learn how to use it a little bit yourself, and then hire somebody and say, here's what I want you to do.
Do you ask it to create your recipe?
I'm pretty sure. What type of recipe?
How to make lasagna.
That's personal choice right there. That's not.
But you could probably say, tell me how to make lasagna
With
in
these
the
ingredients.
style of Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
And it would.
Sure.
All right. The last thing I'll do. I want to do a funny one. I want to do a funny one real quick. So it's actually affecting the creative industry. So I'm a steel manufacturing plant out of North Carolina. Been in business for 50 years. We manufacture carbon, stainless, and aluminum. Please write me a story based off the Star Wars framework. Off of Star Wars. All right, let me see here.
Would you read that out loud again because I think the train made it hard to read.
All right. What are their names?
You know, Alex is not
But
so
you got
far
it.
away. That's in the heart of North Carolina. That's good. Yep, it is definitely. If you know Star Wars, it is in that.
The forge.
So I asked it to create a story about this business based off the Star Wars framework.
But the galaxy was not without challenge.
So the main thing is, the thing I want you to take away is that you can do anything. It's only limited by what you think it can't do. If you wanted to help you write email templates, if you wanted to help you create copy for something specific, it's only limited to by what you don't want, your mindset. We use it, like, I'll give some real life examples as we start to wrap. We work with a remodeling contractor out of Northern Virginia, and they were starting a new division called Christmas light installation. So I was like, all right, let me go to Chat GPT to say, when do most people put up Christmas lights? What are their common challenges when it comes to installing Christmas lights? And it was just talking about scheduling, that lack of communication, and that type of stuff. But then it gave me an interesting moment. It said most people call for a Christmas light installation in April and May, and then November. I said, April and May for Christmas lights? So then I went to Google keyword research, which shows you when do people search for things? And it shows me the volume of it. So I said, wow, Google's telling me that most people search in April and May, and then another set comes in around November. So then I went to the client and said, hey, why do people book in April and May? Oh, because if you wait till November, you won't be on the books. Everything's booked up. So Chat GPT helped me understand particulars of when somebody's going to book it, and then Google verified it because I saw search volume go up. So I was able to go to the client and say, well, we got 2 points where we want to make deposit, we want to do a lot of promotions. May and April and May, and then right around September, October, because November becomes the booking season. But combining Google keyword research and ChatGPT gave me an informed way to present that to the client, and then I use the client to validate that. So my point is, too, you need real-world experience to validate what ChatGPT gives you. Because if you just go by that, it's going to give you best practices and things like that, but you can start going down the wrong path because it's not always accurate. So,
Can I ask you a question?
go ahead.
What is how much is it to get the extra?
I think it's like $20.
It's $20 a month.
Yeah, it's $20 a month.
What's the difference?
Features
It's faster.
and with the free version, you can't add any plugins. So with the paid version, you can do plugins for certain things. Like if you want to, in the medical field, if there's a plugin that you can plug into Chat GPT to use medical terminology, you can put that in there. So it's just plugins to do different stuff and different ways that come out with an output. Yeah. One of the other downsides is that it doesn't have a systematic answer. So if you find a good prompt, like you're like, wow, putting this way in here really spits out what I want. You tell your team member, put that in there, you're gonna get it doesn't give the same response. So that's the only downside is it's not systematic. Yeah, you're gonna get a different response every single time. In fact,
and they probably look at it as not being a downside.
Yeah.
You know, they probably look at it as being if everyone comes in with the same prompt and they give different answers, it's a good thing. They probably know, yeah, it's a good thing.
So it's bad if you're a systematic like me. Like I'm like, I got that good answer, you use it too, but it's not gonna get the same answer.
So is that a challenge that's like the challenge that educators in our community are facing because somebody can write an essay using this? Have we done that yet? Have we done?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you
My
can write an
child.
essay using this, but then they don't. I meant right now tonight. Did we do it?
Oh no.
So you could write a 1,000-word essay on like Colorado poisonous snakes,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
And ask it to cite and everything.
Yep, and ask it to cite and everything.
And there's no way for that educator to check on that and see how the student put it together.
Yeah, because the educator does the same thing. He'll get a totally different
Yep.
version. So
That's
you
why
can't say
Tracy's
that they
point.
plagiarized it or whatever because it did do the work. And universities are having issues with that. I mean, they are.
So in my mind, the way you fix it is it more the way you fix that is, so you know what, screw it. Doing the work of that may not be most valuable. Give me an explanation of the lessons or help me relate it to something in your real life. So if you make them share an experience of maybe that story, now they can't, Chat GPT can only do so much. They still have to come up with.
For some classes that
Yeah.
would be, especially like college level.
Yeah. Well, I'm
And
going.
is it a reason why it's only up to 2021? Is that because that's how the information has been entered?
Yeah.
Is that something that's going to change?
It probably. I don't know how often they're going to update it. They may do every 10 years.
Oh, wow.
They may do every 5 years. I think with the paid version, it may go up to current. I think you have to verify. You have to verify that. But yeah, in my company, everybody uses this. We use Chat GPT. It's a mandate. I don't care if you just use it for something simple, create bios with it, write email, something. It just streamlines, it gives you ideas, those types of things.
I just went to like a training in Memphis where there were a lot of government agencies there. And a few of the government agencies forbid their employees to use their work computer on any type of AI. Like their director was like, don't touch it, don't do it, no.
So this is one of my prompts. I'm just going to show you. So we're working with a commercial cleaning company. We're redoing their website and all that stuff. And they do commercial water extraction. So I said, well, I just want to understand the very basics of it. I was like, what is water commercial extraction? The process of removing excess water from a commercial business property, But then it gives me the key aspects of water extraction. Now, you know what's funny? You know what most people Google? What do I get with water extraction? So now I'm able to list that in some way, shape. We ask the client which aspects of the service do you provide, and then we can list that, and it answers Google's problem when somebody comes to the page to learn more about commercial water extraction. So just something simple as that. We have a client. Let me see here. What's upholstery cleaning service? And then what are the key aspects of upholstery cleaning? So we have a client that's does ship repair for the Navy. And when I first showed them this, they were like, what the? Can they do an emergency evacuation plan for a ship? And it provides an emergency evacuation plan for when ship is on fire. Like all of that. And they were just flabbergasted. They said, oh, my RFP about to be done tomorrow. Yeah, I was sitting on that for 5 days. So, yeah.
Question.
Go ahead.
Now, has anyone checked the veracity of the information that's being received? Is it true? Has anyone found it to be false?
Oh, I mean, no, it's not all true. That's why I said it gives basics and good guidelines. I think about it as the best practice person that's always like, what are the best practices? It usually gives that. I always like to validate with real world people, real world experiences. I like to validate. I wouldn't just take it as gospel and go. I would have some form of validation.
Especially since it's 2021.
Yeah, especially since it's 2021. Like I asked it to give me some dates for $200, but I mean $200 different in 2021 and 2023. So, but yeah, you could do so much with it. You could ask it to write blog posts, anything. So don't limit your mind to it. And I want to move here. So raise your hand if you learned something tonight. All right. I just want a couple people to share what they learned or what they thought was interesting or how they're going to use it.
The whole thing was interesting. Let's just go with that. And very quickly, because I was IT, I had no idea what that was when I saw it. When I originally saw it. Absolutely no idea. Yesterday at the class, they kept saying how it was basically your assistant. Didn't get it. It only took you about maybe 2 sentences before I caught on to exactly what this was. I was excited from there. And I was like, I'm wide open. I'm with these ladies back here. Like, I'm wide open. So I learned quite a bit that quickly, but it also, for me, is a very easy to use tool because I was a IT person for a while. So I get it, and I built a lot of databases. So, yeah. That part. Beautiful.
Who else wants to share?
I have to agree with her as well. I've been in a realm where a lot of people, some so-called experts, are talking about AI, Chat GPT, and how they integrate that sort of thing, but they never really get to the core where you start to understand it. So, like I said, actually hands-on and actually walking through the helps a whole lot. So that's
Awesome.
Since she called us out. Right here. She called us out. We was excited the whole time.
Exactly.
So I like the fact you told us it doesn't go past what?
2021.
Right? So we're not looking for recent information and trying to go present it to somebody like we're talking about. So that's important. So don't use this time for the RFPs if some methodology, some other stuff change. You gotta use wisdom. Use some other real life people, like you said, in real life. We were talking about some of that while we were eating before. So this is amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna take over Richmond now.
You said you can't go beyond 21?
The software right now doesn't go past the tool.
You think that would change?
Oh yeah. Because it's only reading what's on the internet. Anything on the internet, it can read. Like, because I have information about me on the internet, I say, who is Patrick McFadden? They'll tell you exactly who I am.
Do you think they're just kind of testing it out to see what people would think of the technology?
Oh, you said testing it out. So they,
Like when they just had the data through 2021, do you think that that's when they were working on it?
oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
To see how it would go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. They were working on it during that time. And it was like, well, let's just stop it here.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure at that point to keep feeding it probably costs a lot of money. And they was like, let's just stop it here and push it out.
Are there advertising opportunities on the site? Like, do they have no ads?
No.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, though.
Yeah.
Microsoft has something.
Is there
I mean, everyone has
yeah.
AIs, but I know that when I go to Google now, it always wants to ask me a question about do I want to use AI with it. But I work with business owners, so to be able, after I do my consultation with them, to be able, I always send like a follow-up of our conversation. But now this is like, that'll help me be very detailed, like these, like I say, this is what you need to do, but it's even taking it even further. And then I work out, and so I just said, I want a workout plan for 3 days in the gym, and it just gave me a workout plan. I'm gonna do this tomorrow. So yeah.
How is Chat GPT different than Microsoft Azure, AWS, and some of those other AI tools?
No, I mean, they're all the same. It's just built into the platform.
Okay.
It's all about trying to make it ease of use. You don't have to go to the internet. You just stay in Microsoft.
Okay.
So they can get you to stay there.
Right in the left.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, the same.
Yep.
So Chat GPT is just, if you was to equate it, it's like cars. You have a Ford, a Chevrolet, a Cadillac. So Chat GPT and da 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 da. Is that? It's like different names for this that do the same thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, like Google got Bard. They give them all these different names.
But it all does.
They all do the same thing.
Chat GPT is just the most popular one out of.
Yes, because it came first, and it's been the most easiest to use. So really, it just comes down to if you spend more time on Google, and Google wants you to use theirs, then they can figure out how to turn that attention into revenue. Eventually, they probably will put ads on here because they're gonna figure, well, we got that much attention. Just like Facebook couldn't make money unless they run ads because they got your attention, but they need ads to bring in revenue. So yeah.
So you can only get this on the Microsoft Edge platform, or can you use this on Google as well?
So OpenAI, you have to log in. They have built it's on the web. It's open. But then you have Microsoft that has its own version. Yeah.
Okay.
Bing has its own version. All of them is trying to get you to stay so they can monetize it eventually.
Okay.
That's what I like about AI. What I like about AI, because I'm really not an IT person, you know, all this stuff. Because they give you too many choices. I don't like all that. I can go straight to stuff, kind of like with this, and that's what I like about it.
Anybody else wants to share what they learned or what they found?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How is investments with AI work with that?
Oh, I'm out of that one. I've read about it. I've seen it's done some predictive models and it's been successful, but I'll just say read up on the articles. It's been successful sometimes it hasn't. I would probably stick to professionals.
Including research, it's like you wanted to know the history of how
Up to 2021.
did in a certain
Up to 2021. Yeah.
For financials, that's not a lot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
I would stick with.
I wouldn't do anything 3
So,
weeks ago.
I'm practical. And what I mean by that is if there's a history of something creating millionaires, it's not AI right now. So I'm going to stick with what's been working for over 80 years, using a nice prime financial advisor, staying out the way. That's the same thing with just for me with the coin.
Bitcoin.
When I talk to people, I say, well, show me a history of the coin, Bitcoin creating millionaires. Well, it's too new. That's why I'm out. I'm sticking to what's proven. So that's just me. I'm practical. Yeah, I would stick with the thing that's proven right now. AI hasn't been proven to create millionaires. So you pretty much that'll be your play money.
Is your business a member MPL?
Yes.
Okay. So we can find you in the director.
Yep. I'm actually on the board too.
Oh, okay.
Should have lived there.
Any more questions or aha moments for anybody? All right, thank you.